Two things we have to worry about in music class. First thing, keeping Mr. Cullen happy. Second thing, making sure Mr. Cullen is happy. No, I'm just kidding. That's a bit of fun. Two things we have to worry about, or at least the two things we really focus on, are rhythm and pitch. So rhythm, firstly, is the value of the note and how long that goes for. And because notes have value, they also have a place in order inside our bars of music. And we actually count them out in time. And you can hear this sometimes in live music where the musicians will count themselves in. They might go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then everyone comes in together and they're actually counting at the same time as they're playing. So all these numbers here add up together, but they're in order of 1, 2, 3, 4 in the beat count. So let's go through these rhythmic symbols. The first one we will look at is actually the one here in the middle, the quarter note, and it's worth 1 beat. So the quarter note is got a filled-in head and a stem on it, and that's how we identify it. Now, when we count it in and it represents our beat, then therefore we have a situation like this bar here where we've got 4 of the beats in the bar, and we would count it in and we would play each of those notes on the beat. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we're in the next bar. So just so you can see how that sort of counts out. So that's our beat symbol. Now what we can do is we can play other note values that look differently. And so when we see them as a visual symbol, they look different and we can count them out differently. This one here is a minim. So that's a crotchet and that's a minim. And it's worth 2 beats. So it's twice the size of the crotchet. It goes for twice as long. So this bar has those minims. Notice how there are half the amount of notes that are in that bar because this note actually is twice the size. It's going to take up the other beats. This goes on beat 1 over beat 2. This one then, therefore, in order, starts on beat 3 and goes over beat 4. So it is 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 3. Notice how I sang over some of the beats, and I also said the number that we came in on for each of the notes. Cool. Then we can go larger than that even. This is called the semi-breve, and it's worth 4 beats. So it fills an entire bar of counting 4. So in bars where we count 3 at the top, you actually can't use this symbol, it's too big. This sounds like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. It just sings across the entire bar. Cool. Now we have our other symbols down here. This looks a bit like the quarter note. It's got a filled-in head and a stem, but it's also got a flag. This is a quaver, and it's worth half of our beat symbol. So what we normally see, especially in level 1 music, is we see 1 beat's worth of quavers, which is to have 2 notes together to make up the beat. So what that sounds like is this. It sounds like playing the note on the beat number. This is, in this case, this is beat 2, and then on the other half of the beat, we count the upbeat, it's called. So this bar is 1, 2, and 3. So I say 2 notes in the space of just that second beat. I'll show you. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3. Notice how the 3 note was a minim, so it was sung over 2 beats. But this one we're focusing on now was beat 2 and its upbeat. I'll do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so these are the note symbols that represent how long our notes go for, so what their value in time is, the measurement of time itself. Tick, 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 like a watch. Okay, the other thing we have to worry about, it's not keeping Mr. Cullen happy, but is pitch. And pitch is the sung note. And the best way we can express that is by thinking of it as high and low notes. So if I sing a scale, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Some of those notes I sang were low, do, re, mi, and some of them were really high, fa, sol, la, ti, do. And so that's what pitch is. And the way we represent pitch is we put our note head on these 5 lines and 4 spaces. The ones that are up high are high notes. The ones that are down lower are low notes. And so that's the expression of pitch. That's the other element. There's a lot to learn here. I won't go too far into it, but we just need to have that in our mind, especially in level 1, that we have 2 things we're keeping an eye out when we're learning and playing songs. And that is that we have the count of the beat with our rhythm and the notes values against that count. and then we have the pitch of the notes we're playing. Okay, thank you.